Hi guys! So we are back. It's a new week, which is super exciting. We're in our second week of quarter four now. We're getting to the end. It is April 21st. So I hope everyone had a nice, restful, long weekend and enjoyed their holiday off yesterday. So this week we are going to be spending on dividing fractions. Last week we reviewed multiplying. This week we're going to review dividing. So let's get into it. So, if you remember, we have three very, very important steps when we're dividing fractions. Keep first one, change the sign, flip the second, and hopefully you guys are singing our chant in our head. Keep first one, change the sign to times, flip the second one. Again, so and then those are our three steps. So we can do those three things. Today we're going to focus on when there's a whole number and a fraction. Tomorrow we'll focus on when there's two fractions and then go into mixed numbers and things like that. Okay, so let's do some examples. If it lets me. There we go. Okay, so right now we're just going to do some very basic, just get our feet wet, and then we'll get into some story problems. So here we have 1/2 divided into by 3. I'm going to write out my 3 steps here. Keep, change, flip. 1/2 stays 1/2. Change the sign. To flip 3, remember that 3 is technically 3 over 1. So if we flip it, it becomes 1 over 3. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6. So 1/2 divided by 3 would be 1/6. And now we have 3 divided by 1/2. Bye, Bear. Um, so I'm going to write my 3 steps again. Keep, change, flip. And again, hopefully you're all singing our special cheer in your head. Why does that keep going back? There we go. Okay. So 3 stays the same. Change to multiplication, 1/2. I don't know what's going on there. Let me write it down here. 3 times 1/2 would become 2 over 1. 3 and then goes over 1 as well. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. So 3 divided into halves would be 6. And last but not least, to get our feet wet, 4 divided by 2/3. I'm going to write my 3 steps. 4 stays 4 over 1. Change to multiplication. 2/3 becomes 3 over 2. 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 2 is 2. 12 over 2 becomes 6. So those are just our intro problems. Now let's get into some stories. You have half a scoop of flour. You make 3 equal half cup of flour. You make 3 equal scoops with it. How much is in each scoop? So remember this order matters. It doesn't necessarily mean the whole number always comes first or the fraction. It's just the thing that's in front of you goes first. So like right now, envision yourself with a half cup of flour. That's what's in front of us. So that's what's going first. And we're splitting that up into 3 scoops. So again, the 1/2 is first because that's what's in front of us. That's what we're splitting, and we're splitting it into 3 scoops. So if I write my 3 steps, 1/2 stays the same. Change to multiplication. 3 over 1 becomes 1 over 3. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6. So how much is in each scoop? There is 1/6 cup in each scoop. That would be your restate and answer, and then you would go on to explain. You have 3 feet of rope. You want to split the rope into half-foot pieces. How many pieces can you cut? So I'm hearing alarms go off because I see the word split and cut here, so we automatically know that's division. We are splitting up we have 3 feet of rope, so that's what we're starting with. And we're splitting it up into 1/2 pieces. Again, the 3 goes first because that's what we're starting with. That's what we have first. 3 over 1 stays the same. Change to multiplication. 1/2 becomes 2 over 1. That means we can make 6 pieces. All right, let's go on to the next. You have 3/5 of a pound of turkey. You use it to make 3 sandwiches. How much turkey is in each sandwich? Again, this is a situation where the whole number is not going to go first because that's not what we have. We don't have the 3 sandwiches in front of us. We have the turkey in front of us. We're splitting up the turkey into the sandwiches. So that's going to be 3/5 divided into 3 sandwiches. Going to put that over 1. 3/5, actually, no, why am I doing that? 3/5 stays the same. That's our keep. Change to multiplication. 3 over 1 becomes 1/3. 3 times 1 is 3. 5 times 3 is 15. And now I'm going to simplify that because 3 and 15 can both be divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So there is 1/5 of a pound in each sandwich. All right, couple more. You are making 3 batches of brownies. You have 4/5 of a cup of flour. If you split the flour evenly into the 3 batches, how much is in each? So we are. I want you guys to think about what we're starting with here. Do we have the brownies in front of us, or do we have the flour in front of us? And hopefully, you're saying we have the flour in front of us. You have 4/5 cup, and we're making 3 batches, so we're splitting that up into the 3 batches. 4/5 stays the same. That's our keep. Change to multiplication. Flip. 3 over 1 becomes 1 over 3. 4 times 1 is 4. 5 times 3 is 15. So you get 4/15 cup in each batch. All right. Last one. You have 10 feet of string. You need 1/3 of a foot to make bracelets. How many bracelets can you make? So we have the 10 feet, so that's what's going first. You have, and then we're splitting it up into 1/3 groups because we need each group is a third. 10 over 1 is our keep. Change to multiplication. 3 over 1, sorry, 1/3 becomes 3 over 1. And then 10 times 3 is 30. 1 times 1 is 1. 30 over 1 is just 30 bracelets. All right, so now that we have our feet wet, you guys are going to go do your problematic now. And all of your answers should be using race. I have a sample here. You know, you need this many scoops. This is because if you use KCF, you'll do this. Then you multiply and get this. That's what you guys should be focusing on. And then I will be on Zoom at 10:30 if you have questions. All right. Bye, guys.